Yagaloo, das Musikmagazin, und heute habe ich mal wieder Gäste von ganz weit weg, nämlich aus Australien, Jamie, MacDowell und Thum.
Hi.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Wie gut ist euer Deutsch? How good is your German meanwhile?
Nicht so gut.
I saw the London thing on YouTube.
Yeah, it's quite subpar, I would say. I learnt a lot of German when I was in year 7, but it's kind of gone out of my head with all the German beers I've learnt as well. So they've really helped me forget it.
But how come that you are in German? For the beatboxing championship in June, or what was the reason?
Well, I mean, we're here right now for shows. Both of us are doing a couple of little mini tours around Germany. But I was here in June for the World Champs, but since then I've been back home and chilled out in the sunshine a bit.
Für die Zuschauer draußen, man muss natürlich sagen, Jamie ist Singer-Songwriter und Thum ist ein geborener Beatboxer, und beide zusammen haben im Prinzip eine richtige Band am Start, wenn man es so nennen will. And you just released the Sum of It, the EP.
Yeah.
So how long did you work on that?
It was pretty quick, wasn't it? Yeah. For us, it happened in a matter of a few months.
I mean, the songs have been sort of been playing over and over in our heads for a year or two, but I mean, the actual recording process was really quite quick for us. It was good to have a deadline because we usually dawdle and kind of deliberate over a lot of our decisions, so it was good.
When did it all start with you together? Where have you met? Like in Brisbane, Melbourne, or just here in Berlin?
We met in London in 2009 as part of a circus. And I was an acrobat at the time. Tom was a beatboxer and a breakdancer. And we toured with that circus for 3 years. And about 2 years into that touring, we started playing music together on the side.
And yeah, the first place that we actually played was here in Berlin. We were doing a season with the circus at the Tippi am Kanzleramt. And we went and played an open mic at Madame Claude's. And that was the first time I came along and became a glorified drum kit for Jamie. And then, yeah, so it all started here, really.
Yeah.
So before, you haven't been in any band or something back home? That was just more or less coincidence?
Yeah, I mean, both of us have been playing music with different kind of acts, but never in a sort of band as per se, more just little side projects and just jamming. And then, yeah, sort of came together in a basement in Berlin.
Cool. So you have a special connection to the city in Germany here. What was the focus for the EP? How many songs? 6 songs are on it. So where did you focus on?
Well, like Tom said, the EP came out of songs that we were already playing live. The way we work is we kind of play the songs live and we workshop them on a stage, and then after a while we decide which ones we're going to put on the EP. So the songs on the EP are just the ones that we liked the most from playing live. But we play also much more. We've got 2 or 3 hours of a live repertoire. So it's the next 10 albums.
Isn't it quite challenging, especially for you doing all the beatbox stuff? I think it's probably pretty hard to go like all the time.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm doing the same rhythms, I can get like a cramped jaw, I sprain my tongue, the little dangly thing is swollen. No, it's usually pretty fine as long as I can change up the rhythms enough. It's just like talking, and I can talk for hours, so it's fine.
When did you discover your skills?
It wasn't really a discovering of my skills. It was more of a discovering of my patience. The fact that I actually decided it was a good idea to become a professional beatboxer, because the skills came after me deciding that I was passionate about it. So it was just a constant practice kind of thing since almost like 12, 11 years, 13 years ago now probably, so a long time.
A pretty long time. Have you any idea how many instruments or sounds you have on your tableau?
I think it would probably take me 12 or 13 years to catalog them. No, it just keeps growing. I find one sound that I like and then I build on it and then it becomes another sound. So I've never tried to catalog it, no. I think it wouldn't do my catalog justice if I did.
The Sum of It is also the single hit or the first video release of the EP. So what's behind the song? What can you tell me about the story of the song?
The song actually came from something that Tom had written. So Tom wrote the first bit, and then that got stuck in my head. It's called an earworm, right?
Ohrwurm?
Ohrwurm. And that was stuck in my head for so long that...
it had babies.
It had babies, yeah. And the rest of the song was created out of that. So it's kind of it's like the Frankenstein of our two brains.
So what was in your brain when you wrote the first lines?
Just like relationships at the time and things like that. And we were actually in Edinburgh when I first came up with the idea, and I just had the melody, and then so I just pieced words around the melody. And I think in turn my songwriting was influenced by the fact that I was playing so much with Jamie as well. So I was like, oh, you know, I'll give it a red hot go.
The sensitive stuff.
Yeah. Because usually, you know, you've got this hip hop misdemeanor that you need to like throw down and sit in your b-boy stance the whole time. So it was kind of me escaping from my b-boy stance a little bit, just a tiny bit. Yeah.
So you influence each other more or less all the time, and you're funny and witty guys, as I saw some of the videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
So it's kind of comedy stuff beside, right?
Yeah, I think that's the product of us touring together for so long with the circus, living in each other's pockets, and we used to tour with that circus for 8 or 9 months of the year. So out of boredom, we became really good friends.
Yeah, out of complete necessity. He was the only one there, so we just had to become friends. It was, tough work.
Too bad that it's only friends and not friends. Because in Sway, the video on YouTube, I mean, you're sitting in this underground vault, whatever, with the candle lights shining, so romantic. Your short pants and stuff. Yeah. That looks so cute. That could be such a good gay role model in a way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was actually a bondage den. No.
Okay. Have you been to Tom's bar here in Berlin? No, probably not.
No. That spot actually was in a stormwater drain under Brisbane, and once you zoom out of the picture and see all the toads and spiders and other sort of sewage running through it, it's probably not as romantic as you could imagine. The candles were there just to burn the methane away.
And then it's a kind of I don't know, Big Brother, or what is it, the Australian jungle? Do you have this show in Australia?
Big Brother. Big Brother. Yeah.
No, but the other thing, so some celebrities were sent over to Australia to a jungle camp and eat like insects and stuff. No, probably not.
I'd probably just do that of my own volition anyway.
Sounds like Tom's life.
Yeah.
So, and a tour is coming up, 1st of November, starting in Hamburg. Yeah. So what's the plan? What's on the schedule? Like how many cities, and what does the show look like? Are you already rehearsing, or is it just work in progress?
Definitely rehearsing quite extensively for the shows. There is somewhere between 1 and 6 or shows. Some of it. That's just some of it, though.
Yeah. We don't actually know the schedule. I haven't looked at the schedule recently.
Because we're trying to keep building, because it's still like a little bit of time away. So we've advertised a few of our shows, but that's hence why we called it the Some of It Tour, because by the time we'd already organized those shows, we've got no idea how many more we're going to try and fit into the schedule. So we've just put some of them on the posters.
So, and what's back home? Are you still going to Australia, or is it just like living in Europe all the time for the last, I don't know, couple of months, years?
I mean, we're still based in Australia. Most of the things we love are back home. So, we try and make it a bit of a habit to come over here once a year and just keep building on the stuff that we've already done, because, to come over here so many times and then just stay back at home, it's sort of counterproductive. So I don't know. I think we're going to try and make it a thing every year to just come over here, do a run of dates, and just slowly do the hard slog and just play shows and sell little cardboard CDs.
So what was the most impressive show so far for you? Can you name one, or is every show just like magic?
Every show is really good. I think for Tom and I, we really like the really intimate shows. So the best shows aren't necessarily the biggest. Playing at Madame Claude's is always really good for us. That room holds maybe 40 people. It's really nice. We've just been over in South Africa. We arrived yesterday, and we played a show there called Park Acoustics, which is one of our favorite shows, I reckon, in the world. We've played that twice now, and that's also quite a small crowd, but it's in a beautiful location, outdoors.
Yeah, it's kind of, also for us, it's not just about the crowds, it's the locations and the memories you can attach to them. So for example, in Hamburg, we played on a ship in Hamburg, and then in the bunker, and we played in a mine shaft before. And so it's all these little kind of obscure venues that really stick in our heads. Because you can look at all the people's faces in the front row, and then it kind of you can just feel the vibes of the room, as opposed to like staring out into an expanse of blackness when you got stage lights in your eyes. It makes it so much more of a personal experience when you can see people like going like, ooh, whoa, so much more pressure to play well.
Yeah. So the vibes are very important, of course, but what is your goal making music? Are you already working on an album, or would you like to play someday at the Mercedes-Benz O2 World Arena? What is the...
There weren't many people there when I did play at the O2 Arena, but I technically did it. So that goal's already been accomplished. No, I think we're already doing what we want to get done in the long term. Just travel and play and meet people and create energy around our music. And if it got a little bit bigger, that would be good. If we could pay for more tours and for hotel rooms in different cities, that would be great. But so far, I think we're pretty on track.
Yeah, and pay extra people to be friends with us. Mm-hmm. That it isn't just Jamie and I. No, I think like Jamie said, we're kind of already achieving our goals. I mean, me personally, I've stupidly sort of said to myself that the less goals you achieve, like try and set, the less lofty goals, the more you're surprised and excited about the smaller achievements. So I just kind of set my expectations really low. And then like when someone's like, 4 people at the show, yeah. So it's, I think... we're already doing what we set out to do, which is amazing for us to have our careers as musicians, as professional musicians, and not have day jobs or anything else like that. It's it's awesome. I never expected to be even anywhere close to where we are. So yeah, I'm stoked with that.
So at the moment, how do you finance all your living and touring? Is it already getting in from the tour and from playing shows, or? Are you have a little side job, or are you playing on the streets, for example?
Yeah, so we sort of sell Jamie on the side. He just writes love songs for really cheap. So we'll just take him around to restaurants and stuff and kind of prostitute him out as a love songwriter. Yeah. So that's kind of mainly what we do.
It's the only way you can do it in the music industry these days.
Yeah.
And Tom is going to Potsdam to the film Babelsberg Special Effects Sounds Factory, whatever it's called.
Yeah, if they've got a very limited array of sounds that they need in their movie, I'm the guy to call. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's kind of our side hustle. But yeah, music is the main one.
Cool. Dann I would say thank you so far, and natürlich gibt's gleich wieder ein bisschen Live-Musik hier und vorher noch A bis Z und ein bisschen Quiz und jede Menge Spaß mit Jamie MacDowell und Thum. Lieben Dank. Thank you.
Thank you.